Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Macy Reyes, and this is the Redline Report powered by HireMaster. And inside the numbers this week, supply chain costs have hit new highs in 2021 and are expected to stay at record levels into the foreseeable future. As more space has become available in shipping containers and there has been some relief since Shanghai has opened up, demand still continues to rise. Many supply chain specialists and experts have little hope of lowering supply chain costs. Some believe that costs will soften slightly as we progress through the end of 2022, but costs will not significantly soften in all sectors. Many companies are having to reevaluate their trucking portfolios to adapt to the ever changing supply chain. In a report released by the Journal of Commerce, Paul Bingham, the director of transportation consulting at S&P Global Market Intelligence, said, quote, "There's no return to normalcy. There have been structural shifts in the US economy that won't snap back to pre-pandemic conditions," end quote. The cost of all modes of transportation in the shipping industry has increased by at least 15%, if not more. Air freight has increased by 19%, intermodal rail costs have risen by 15%, trucking transportation has increased by 23%, and the largest increase of all modes of transportation is waterborne, including ocean and domestic transportation, which has increased by a whopping 26%. In this week's Freight Insight segment, agriculture has taken a major hit since temperatures have risen and fertilizer has been scarce due to the war in Ukraine. However, the USDA may have a way to fix that by paying farmers to ship out of West Coast ports. Shipping costs and agricultural costs have both increased immensely, and as previously stated, prices will continue to stay consistently high. USDA Secretary Tom Vilsack said in a statement, quote, "While USDA's per container reimbursements will not cover the full cost of moving and storing shipping containers, the assistance provided will help ensure American-grown agricultural products can once again efficiently move through supply chains to reach global markets," end quote. Agricultural shippers will receive $200 per each container that is shipped out, with farm goods and specifically refrigerated shipping containers will receive $400. Shippers can apply for relief through the end of the year, and these incentives could potentially build agricultural shipments back up. A further concern for the supply chain is warehousing, as inventory continues to climb in the wake of slowing consumer demand. Warehouse vacancies hit historic lows, which will bring greater significance to inventory management within the United States. And with interest rates on the rise, the cost of maintaining inventory will only increase the pressure on warehouse inventories and shippers and expose weaknesses in warehouse management. The cost for carrying goods continues to increase, which only makes freight visibility more difficult. In what's in the news this week, the president has called on Congress to suspend federal gasoline and diesel taxes. President Biden also urged all states to do the same by suspending their own fuel taxes. Inflation has been a major issue and will continue to be for a while. However, eliminating fuel taxes for the next few months may relieve some of the pressure. In an article written by Transport Topics News, it states, quote, "At issue is the 18.4 cents a gallon federal tax on gas and the 24.4 cents a gallon federal tax on diesel fuel. If the gas savings were fully passed along to consumers, people would save about 3.6% at the pump when prices are averaging about $5 a gallon nationwide," end quote. In the president's speech, he tied higher energy levels and prices to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. A lot of resources went toward aiding Ukraine as best we could. However, the focus is now back on the United States. Back in 2021, a COVID 19 relief bill was passed providing funding in each state to relieve some of the pressures from the pandemic. The president is now saying that states have the budget to suspend taxes on fuel and diesel into the near future. This proposal from President Biden has not been approved yet by Congress, and due to the administration's past actions to resolve their ever rising fuel and oil prices, efforts so far have been unsuccessful in saving at the pump. Many people believe that this potential fuel tax holiday will have similar effects on prices and make little to no difference. John Elliott, CEO of Load One and chairman of the Transportation Carriers Association, said on Fox News, quote, "If anything, this is going to hurt our industry in the long run. We finally passed a comprehensive infrastructure bill to help rebuild the roads and bridges in this country. This just strips the funding out of that and erodes it," end quote. And that's all for this week's Redline Report. I'm Macy Reyes. Be sure to follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch each episode. And leave us a like and a comment. We'll see you next time on the Redline Report, powered by HireMaster.